Really cool concept with the down throw, grounding in. Really cool setups, and he has that side B shenanigans.
Yeah, he has the the 0 to death, the side B combo, extremely situational. We were talking about this off stream, me and Strides, about Rob in particular. We're not super big on him being great in this game, but hey, man. Yeah, he can basically kill you at any percent.
He's viable, man.
Yeah.
And like I said, the whole cast has some really cool stuff, some very good characters that are going under the radar right now.
Definitely.
And Rob might be one of them. So let's see what Kiraflax can do against one of the SoCal demons in this Olimar, man. He's been taking so many names. ImHip, consistent Olimar play. And he's been playing this character for how many games?
Oh my god. ImHip opening up big. I mean, it looked like Kiraflax had a bit of a game plan, tossing the gyro center stage to try to get in the way of the Pikmin.
Right.
But ImHip not giving a care. Racked up about 60% going unanswered, now has about 23% on him. Still controlling the pace of the match so far. Oh, Kiraflax coming back in though.
And I like that safe pressure with the gyro, and he sees the gyro hit and he reacts, gets a down smash. And right now, considering the character's weight, it's pretty even game.
Oh, definitely. If anything, it's in favor of Kiraflax. He gets the down throw into up tilt, and then the up air.
Can we talk about that?
Woo!
Can we talk about how smooth that whole sequence was?
That was really smooth.
Running down tilt, gets the grab, down throw, up tilt, up air.
Yeah, that was pretty. I mean, I was expecting the down throw into immediate up air, but he got the up tilt for extra damage, which was just enough to seal the deal with the up air. So really smart play. Great tech from Kiraflax here.
Exactly, nice.
He's not going to save it for that.
Down smash or F smash?
I think it was a forward smash. I mean, they look similar. Pikmin, right?
He's throwing Pikmin, and you can't tell if this is a side B or a smash attack sometimes. But here we go. Kiraflax with a slight lead, but that's going to get taken away right away. 3 up airs in a row. And now here comes a ledge guard. Another sour spot down there, but quick techs again. Kiraflax 2 for 2 on the techs.
All right, great reverse there from Kiraflax, turning the tides a bit. Now in center stage. ImHip taking his time to pluck some more Pikmin.
Very good, nice parries too. It's good for projectile characters, get those parries. But again, the same setup, running down tilt.
Dang.
This time goes for the up smash.
I like the mix up. It certainly would have killed ImHip there if he had not air dodged immediately.
That forward B covered so many options and ended up punishing the roll. But now ImHip sharking under Kiraflax. Definitely a bad spot for a big character like Rob to be under an Olimar.
Kiraflax just kind of waiting patiently, making do with this slight percent lead, but he's going to want to watch his landings. ImHip is definitely on his tail. Only 1% differential between the two. Kiraflax now losing that.
This is big right here. Whoever takes this stock can potentially get some extra credit on the final stock. And it is going to be ImHip getting that forward smash. That was like a max range forward smash as well. Very good spacing from him. Ooh, the side B not picking up regular get up. Here comes the extra credit I was worried about, and Kiraflax needs to take this stock soon or it's going to spiral.
Oh my
That's
god. Really smart stuff from ImHip. Just get the extra damage. Let him know. And you can't retreat to the other side for free.
Oh, nice air dodge. Getting the stage control. Gets the nair. I believe he might be able to kill with up throw soon. Definitely any smash attack or a strong aerial as well. Good nair. That probably would have punished roll as well. Nair covers so much space. Oh, Kiraflax already at kill percent. He needs to be careful. He's purple Pikmin. That should do it.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, we were talking about how you have a 0 to death combo into the side B, but you can just do it raw. You have a read on your opponent, do it in neutral, gets in the stock. You just can't land on top of ImHip like that. I mean, I could see the idea because the neutral layer, the falling neutral layer especially, has a lot of follow-ups to it.
Sure.
But you do have to be very careful of it, especially when players can just shield and out of shield punish like that, and even harder punishes if they manage to parry and see the aerial coming.
Right.
Bison.
So as I was saying, like that last hit situation on the second stock, I feel like in a top, like these two players are very strong. When you're able to take that second to last stock and then potentially get extra credit, it kind of spirals, you know. And I feel like ImHip was so ready to get that, almost get a 2 stock there. And Kiraflax seems to be thinking about his next character. We know he has a pit.
Yeah.
He he was telling me he has a multitude of characters right now, but Pit and the Rob are the two that we see in tournament most.
Even ImHip was like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I don't want to see Kiraflax on the Shulk train.
Who would have thought, though, that that's a character that people were going to be jumping to as like, okay, this is my pocket top tier.
Yeah.
Shulk.
Yeah, Ultimate has had a lot of surprises.
Had to work so hard in Smash 4.
Yeah, same thing with Palutena, like a character that no one would even consider being top tier, considering the toolkit they had in Smash 4. And but he's gonna go as Pit. Tried and true. He's been playing this character for about a decade. You know, in Brawl, he was a very strong Pit, fighting all those Meta Knights with Pit and doing pretty well.
In that game, you got to be good if you play any character that's not Meta Knight. But you got Pit and ImHip, and this is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on Kalos for Game 2.
I love this stage, man. And all the Pokemon stages have such a wide selection of great audio soundtracks as well. ImHip with his damage output already tacking on 74%. This is why maybe he went Pit. More off-stage pressure for sure. He does have a sword now.
Yeah, and in some ways, I feel like he may actually just have a little bit more leeway with his recovery as well, since he has the multiple jumps. He can position himself to get an upbeat, a sweet spot better, whereas like he was getting punished a lot at the ledge.
Yeah, Rob's one of those characters that struggles a lot in disadvantage state, whereas Pit, on the other hand, multiple jumps, pretty decent aerial. And right now, this ledge trap situation is what Kiraflax needs. He is at kill percent, pretty much any smash attack, so.
I'm wondering how strong the electroshock is. Is this dark hit? This is regular hit, right?
Kiraflax is actually navigating around these options from ImHip pretty well. He dodged the grab there, he dodged the smash attack. And this is anyone's stock right now.
Yeah, so it just goes to show even further that the character pick from Kiraflax is actually suitable, since it seems like he was able to get a read on what ImHip is doing in neutral with Rob, but he's just not quite as mobile or agile as the Pit. So
but we saw the Rob getting decent kill confirms. The question is now, how does he land these KOs?
Exactly, because outside of a raw side B, and he just ran right into him, and ImHip answers with a raw forward smash. That's going to be Kiraflax's first stock,
He's like, I'm not giving up any real estate here. Stand my ground, get the forward smash, and now once again, how is Kiraflax going to land this kill? Up air, not going to do it yet.
Not even that. And yeah, it's like you were saying, outside of that, man, the raw side B or just having a read, but that's just one move. What else can he really set up to, especially if he's super hyper sense? Not even a nair by the ledge at 174. ImHip making his way back.
You can imagine ImHip feeling more pressure now with the Pit, but he can't get these KOs. ImHip is definitely going to get the second credit, and the forward air cross stage should do it. Now this is anyone's game. Once again, Kiraflax definitely needs to get some bread and butter here to bring this back, though.
Yeah, that's really the name of the game, is that Kiraflax is going to need to get this damage. He's already got 98% on himself, and ImHip practically unscathed so far. Yeah, Kiraflax at the ledge.
He seems very much so in control of this match. ImHip seems comfortable. Even when he's at kill percent, he's navigating around a lot of Kiraflax's options. And now at 146%, Kiraflax max rage. He's going to die to an up throw. ImHip threatening to take game 2 here.
And ImHip wasting no time, using the time between stocks to switch up his Pikmin lineup, make sure he has an optimal setup for whatever he's going for next.
Yeah, Pikmin management is something that will dissuade me from ever picking up Olimar.
Oh, yeah. And it's one of the things that make playing against Olimar hard as well, because you as the combatant have to know what the optimal lineups are for your opponent.
You have to give a lot of credit to these guys, but here comes the ledge guard. Wow, and he flew across the stage horizontally with that up B. That was ImHip. Such good control of Olimar, man. His Olimar gameplay is very routine.
Now, with Kiraflax already at high damage here on his last stock, he's going to want to be careful of this purple Pikmin, which ImHip does have in tow. Oh, he's going to lose it there.
Nice nair. Now here comes the recovery, and notice he has no Pikmin with him, so the recovery is very much so versatile. So.
Yeah.
Nice forward throw. Okay, last stock situation.
I was about to say, I mean, because if Kiraflax noticed that ImHip didn't have any Pikmin recovering back to the stage, that was the moment he needed to take. Up throw? Not enough.
Good DI.
But yeah, that was the moment he needed to take to really be aggressive. That's going to be it.
Good job once again, ImHip.
The JB2 for game 2.
As you can see, Kiraflax a little distraught. Game 1, despite Rob being such a fat character and all these juggles disadvantage, I think he did better with Rob than Pit.
Yeah.
And ImHip very comfortable in these two matchups, it seems. And these guys have played against each other multiple times, so I wonder if this is one of those players that Kiraflax really just can't get around.
I think maybe if Kiraflax had just stuck to his guns and remained Rob for game 2,
sure.
It's as you mentioned during that game that he actually had a lot more kill confirms and like setups into kills with Rob, whereas with Pit he was really struggling to find those stocks because he needed a raw hit. He was trying to get a raw F smash read. I didn't even see him attempt the electroshock once, or the.
What I would imagine would happen is one of the victims would take the hit.
Yeah.
And it would put Pit in that animation.
Oh, super lag.
Yeah, and just get hit with a free aerial, or maybe even an up smash. So
very true.
He probably didn't want to use that move. He was probably hoping to get some more edge guards and maybe a back air off stage, forward air off stage. But ImHip's recoveries were very hard to track down. So.
Yeah, not only does Olimar have a fantastic recovery, but ImHip in particular is just so keen on, like, you know, delaying his recovery. So when he's up being from below the stage, he'll stall really, really low and then keep rising up at the very last second. So that his opponent never has a timing on how he's going to get back. Here we're going to move into game 3. ImHip, no, he's not really going to win.
He's up 2 games, and as I was just saying, he probably just doesn't seem like Kiraflax is much of a threat right now.
Ooh, he's going Ridley.
I'm excited for this,
I didn't even know he played this character. Yeah, me too.
Well, ImHip's one of those players that can probably play any character at a high level, but he chooses Olimar for good reason. But here comes the Ridley. ImHip up 2 games. Ridley versus Rob. We got 2 big boys on the screen. This character is going under the radar as well. Ridley is scary. I've watched Tweak use Ridley. I've watched FK Leo use Ridley. My boy Rapture over at the East Coast. This character actually has some stuff, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, his edge guarding capabilities are incredibly strong. And look at that F smash. I was just about to talk about that. He threw it out twice in a row. Has incredibly low end lag. I mean, it makes up for it with short range, but when you have end lag like that, what does it matter?
He just killed a fairly heavy character, like sub 70, sub 80%.
Right,
the delayed mash right there is going to make him not get hit by that uphill. Wow, spot dodge into grab. Kiraflax right now getting sauced by this Ridley.
Absolutely. It's gonna be tough. I mean, this is really what Kiraflax needs to do. Instead of trying to go in for these combos, he needs to go back to the basics. Set up these bread and butter projectile wall. This bread and butter projectile wall.
Yeah, you're 100% right. If Rob has anything in this matchup, it's the ability to just keep Ridley out. Ridley, of course, only has 1 projectile, and he's only doing good in this situation. So Kiraflax needs to get a stage control back, and probably could confirm something off of a down throw. If he's going to get shielded, no. Shield poke, possibly. But that is going to do it.
Yeah. So that mechanic is really interesting because the amount of, like, the difficulty of it to mash out of it depends entirely on the percent differential between you and Ridley. So how much more percent your opponent has on them than you have as the Ridley player.
Nice. Mash out, then he gets the air dodge. I believe it's 30%. If you're 30% under or above Ridley, you physically cannot match out.
Yeah.
So right there, I believe it was around that number, and I'm sure ImHip knew that. But for the command grab, he's threatening a free stock right now with a character he hasn't even probably used all day. ImHip's Ridley is actually pretty strong. Not surprised.
Oh man, he's going for that style kill now on the last stock. Why wouldn't you? If he can get that, I forget the name of that move with the down B kill.
They call it like a SCUL or something. It's that would have been scary. You could have dragged him down into the blast zone. He's going for it. This match is all but over. Hopefully Kiraflax can take this stock. Okay.
Yeah, it looked like he dropped a little bit too low there. ImHip wasn't going to be able to recover after he expended all of his jumps. All right, ImHip just kind of spacing around the gyro. All of Kiraflax's hitboxes. Ooh, down smash. Gonna put Kiraflax in a really precarious situation. We're going to see that smash. He's going to go for an up smash attempt, trying to cover anything. I mean, that does hit above the platform, so I can see where his head is going with that.
And no rage, not going to kill. Trying to avoid the projectile. Kiraflax not giving up here, 143%. ImHip still sitting on his second stock. Nice up there, but the tech into there. Great tech.
Oh my god, that was nutty. I didn't think either one of them was going to make it back. ImHip here at the ledge. Kiraflax trying to find his way off. That should be it. Yes.
Good games. ImHip taking that set in winners finals 3-0. He's going to move on to grand finals. Kiraflax is now in the losers bracket.
You know, with just how badly that last game went, I'm surprised to see Kiraflax. Well, I'm surprised and I'm not surprised to see Kiraflax just not as upset.